Hello again. Welcome to another Science Me video. A while back, Veritasium made a video talking about how a car can move faster than the wind by being pushed by the wind, as well as use a propeller, which is using the force of the earth against the wheels to power the rotation of the propeller so it can move faster than the wind. It moves with the wind and faster than the wind. Someone made a bet. The hell was that? I thought I heard a sizzle. I don't know what that was. It was like, what was that? Anyway. No, I didn't fart. Anyway. So, someone made a $10,000 bet that this couldn't happen at all, and that was a stupid scientist, because the true bet is, are you able to move 2 times the speed of the wind using this method, and are you able to use it to go 1.5 times the speed of the wind? Because after you have half the force of the wind helping you, the moment you go faster than that, you have less than half of the force of the wind helping you. So it depends on how efficient you're able to make your car. We're getting to that. So the answer is, why is light only able to move at the speed of light? It is because light has a certain amount of force it is able to give out. A photon of light has a certain set amount of force it can exert. There is no more force that light can give you. It is simply impossible for light to move any faster than it already is, because it doesn't have the ability to be an engine that exerts more. The instant that you start making an engine, you can go faster than the speed of light. So it's ridiculous to say that you can't go faster than the speed of light. But people still say it. So why do they say it? Because they're ridiculous. Now, there are 2 ways to move forward. You can either propel yourself back and propel stuff behind you to give an equal opposite reaction that allows you to move forward, or you can pull yourself forward like climbing a ladder. Climbing a ladder is exactly how you're going to go faster than the speed of light, because you're going to accelerate the light that's in front of you towards the ship, and because you go faster, more light is hitting your ship, and therefore you're able to actually use a gradient accelerate to basically provide near infinite thrust, depending on the amount of attraction that you're able to do. The moment you start to move past the speed of light and towards twice the speed of light, okay, you're going to start realizing that the attractive forces of your ship can only be so strong. And really, it depends on how long your ship is, I suppose. A longer ship allows for more attractive forces to happen. The conveyor belt can happen on the outside of the ship, pulling stuff from the front to the back with a certain amount of force. The faster and faster you go, the longer and longer your ship should be, is one idea. Although that's not the end-all be-all of everything, you could just exert more force per instance of yourself. So it becomes really hard to go faster than the speed of light if you can't pull stuff faster than light is able to move. So does that mean that twice the speed of light is the maximum that you can move? Not exactly. And I say that with a hopeful smile because I can prove that it is possible to go even faster than twice the speed of light. Because this is the important thing that you have to recognize. I watched the video and I repeated my comment saying, did you realize your video about a car moving faster than the wind? You prove that you can go faster than the speed of light. He doesn't have a clue. He has no idea. He has never made a video about this. He doesn't actually know yet about this basic thing. So the car moving faster than the wind is actually very far in the past. It'll be faster to look for it myself, but I'm going to keep scrolling as I keep talking about things. So as you're moving as fast as the speed of light, because you're using energy in order to propel yourself, are you actually able to exert a force that is greater than the force that light is able to exert on itself? And the answer to that is interesting. Because light being able to exert itself is a very tiny object using a very tiny amount of force to move itself forward. Where is this goddamn video? You've got to be kidding me. I don't know where this video is. Did I pass it? "10 years ago." Holy crap, it wasn't 10 years ago. I passed it. I passed it because I'm dumb. I'm able to do that. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We're just gonna move way faster than... Oh my god! I stopped right on the video! Oh my god! Look at the $10,000 bet that an idiot made, and look at the car that moves faster than the speed of light. Now, let me explain how the faster than the wind. Let me explain how this car works, okay? You speed up to the speed of the wind because the wind is pushing you like a sail, because that propeller is as big that it can actually push the car like a sail. And so you're able to get the speed with efficiencies that makes it possible for you to actually move as fast as the wind. Now, once the propeller starts turning, because you're using the rotation of the wheels to power it, the faster you go, you think the more the propeller can move. So there's a limit to that, and I believe it's near twice the speed of the wind. But for similar reasons, and he has never revisited this, no computer is safe, all this other stuff. I could talk you through every one of his videos, I swear to God. He does not ever talk about you are able to... No secret is safe. The same What? Wait, what the fuck? Did he seriously make the same video twice? The universe is hostile to computers. Well, okay, that is different. That has to do with astronomical phenomenon. This has to do with other phenomenon. it is a different topic, trust me. The world's largest magnet is amazing. I don't remember ever seeing that. Could you ever lift the world's largest magnet? Well, the answer is yes. Given a big enough wedge and whatever system, you can do almost anything. Um, Why the first computers were made out of light bulbs, all this stuff about knot theory, and it's very interesting stuff here. Not going to deny. I'm just going to say he's never talked about the fact that you can move faster than the speed of light because you're pulling light along with you. See, the faster you go in space, the more stuff gets pushed towards you. So if you're pulling on it, depending on the amount of energy you're able to exert, you should be able to accelerate at least, very least, twice the speed of light. But that is still like a theoretical, and it's still like based on the amount of exertion your engine is capable of doing. So what happens when you try to go faster than twice the speed of light for the physical object? Like, let's say that you're made out of stuff that survives going at this speed, right? Just hypothetically at all, ever, can you exert yourself to go faster than light itself? And the answer to that is that the only way that you can go faster than light is if you actually have something that can accelerate faster than light in the first place. So the only way that most people talk about going faster than light nowadays is by using a warp bubble that makes it so that space is moving around you, and therefore you don't have to worry about any of that shit. And the interesting thing about the idea of a material that needs negative mass is that you don't need a material that has negative mass to go faster than the speed of light. You can create negative mass using electromagnetism. And electromagnetism can create the bubble around you, which forces everything to move. And it is still forcing objects to physically move from where they were to a point around your ship. It becomes so much easier when you're not a lot of particles, and when you're just a photon, you can just zip right through everything because there's hardly anything in your way. Once you become as big as a spaceship or a person, you become more and more likely to hit a bunch of stuff that's out there in space. It doesn't matter how empty space seems, you can still hit stuff. You can still bump into things. And so I don't want to see that. Artificial souls is neat. So no matter what, if you have light or whatever going into this warp bubble, it's still going to go through unless you have a way of deflecting light, moving the light's path. And at that point, you might as well just have a black hole or a planet in front of you and accelerate a planet to the speed of light and beyond. And a black hole can be created to be a lot smaller than a planet, and a controlled black hole would be able to warp light around itself. And if you could control the black hole in a way that allows you to have it accelerating in front of you and you being dragged along with a force somehow that's attracting you to the black hole, because there's no way you're pushing on it. You're accelerating the black hole forward and you're pulling yourself along, right? And then in order to actually stop, you have to either let go of the black hole, or you need to use another heavy object to start pulling it backwards enough that it can stop a slightly smaller black hole on the back of the ship, which can be hopefully made at a moment's notice, or a slightly larger black hole so you can stop faster, because the speed of your ship relative to the black holes and whatever. The beauty of using a black hole in the front of your ship is that you'll be able to constantly have everything move around the black hole. It can't enter, you understand. It's going to be flung around to the sides, hopefully to the poles, and if you're smart, if you have everything being pulled towards the pole of the black hole, and if the pole is in the center of the is in the top and bottom of the black hole relative to you, then it'll just shoot out to the sides on the top and the bottom of your ship, and nothing will hit you. If you have it drilling where the black hole's center, based on its rotation, is aligned with your ship, then you better have a donut ship, and everything flows straight through the middle of your ship. And that's how you survive. By being in the space that hopefully everything is funneled through the black hole, is shot off into space. You know what? It's just a lot easier if you have the black hole vertical relative to you than horizontal relative to you. Because hopefully objects will, well, I don't know. It's interesting because, yeah, no, I'm wrong. I will rescind my statement. It has to be, horizontal relative to you. So, like, basically, think of yourself as being an eraser. The black hole is the eraser on the end of the pencil. You live on the edge of the pencil. All the objects getting sucked in by the black hole go down the inside of the pencil. And that's how you exist. And you don't experience the friction of space. For example, in the diameter around the black hole, there's like this weird frictionless zone where nothing is able to touch you, nothing's able to get there. It's just going to going so fast that it just does that, hopefully. And if not, you make some force fields to reinforce your ship. That's about it. But you can move faster than the speed of light doing this. You just have to accelerate the black hole and pull yourself. So how would you pull yourself towards the black hole? With like a magnet or something that allows you to attract yourself to the black hole. It's difficult because like, obviously magnets are way more powerful than gravitational force, so you could just use like a car magnet or something, like really brute force it. And like the best part is the friction that you're going to be getting on the sides, the outside of the perimeter of your ship as you're moving through space, okay? That friction can be used to generate power. So bear with me. With a certain type of like spiral type, basically like a propeller, but it's not just a propeller, it's like a conveyor, like I say, it's a conveyor belt. You're able to mitigate the damage to your ship, and you're able to accelerate faster than the speed of light. I'm not just pulling stuff out of my rectum here. There is some real science behind this. It's just that the ideas are so radical that even if people have made ideas about all of this, they don't know how to make it work. They don't know how to make it be viable, how to make it be good. Like, we're supposedly progressing so that we can have it so that a person with a ship is able to make one of those incubator drives, and it'll actually warp space, whatever. You're really just making a conveyor belt. So you just need a vortex engine. The moment you make one of those, you'll be golden. And then everything is funneling through the middle of your ship, around the outside of your ship. Friction be damned, all these things are good, and everything's fine. That's about it. So, the only thing is, you gotta be strong enough to be able to handle it, and you gotta be strong enough with your connection to the black hole so that it doesn't just zoom forward, and then you're not able to hold yourself to it. But that's about it. I mean, all you have to do is have a tether point that's really close to the black hole, and also be strong, so that once it's moving, you know, you have something that has the strength to be able to move through space. I didn't say that I could make the physical diameters and whatever else and blah statistics of materials that could be used to make this ship. I just said that moving faster than the speed of light is definitely possible. A black hole is almost definitely the best way that you would use to survive it. Stuff moving forward. Although again, you have to be pulling the light that's coming at you towards you. And like eventually you're gonna end up going so fast. Like, the best thing is to aim at a star that is like billions of light years away. That way you have a lot of time to stop. Yeah, good luck with that. And also you have to know how all the stars move in the course of a million billion years, so that you can know how to chart that path. But yeah, that's about it. It's doable.